Welcome to our very first edition of Monday Motivation, PowerPoints for Successful Christian Living. This is our premiere launch video, and we're glad that you could join us. We've picked a topic for today. It's one that everybody talks about, but not many people really like it, and the topic is New Year's resolutions. I actually have a comic of one that I saw in the paper. This could be me in many cases, a last minute binge, because all of a sudden, magically at midnight, something's going to change. I did a Facebook poll on New Year's resolutions, and the responses that I got to the poll, 11 people said no, they don't make resolutions. 1 said yes, and 7 people said they have some form of continuous improvement throughout the year, but not a specific New Year's resolution. The comments for not doing it, never stuck to them, so I just gave up. Problem is sticking to it. Another one says I don't have time, never lived up to them, so I stopped. No, too busy, again, couldn't make time for it. And then one emphatic, hell no, I'd get too upset when one fails. So people have different reasons for not doing it or avoiding New Year's resolutions. And then for those who set continuous improvement goals, some of the comments they made, which are worth mentioning, I set short-term goals and commit to long-term goals. Constant evaluation is how another describes themselves. Resolution to do things all year long. So rather than just New Year's only, they are working through resolutions year-round. Another one, I write down my goals and work toward those goals. Strive for personal excellence in everything that I do. These are some of the examples that people gave of how they, rather instead of New Year's resolutions, they have a different way of dealing with it. I thought those were interesting. Thank you for everybody who gave your feedback. What is a resolution? A resolution is a firm decision to do or not do something. A firm decision means we don't go back. We are resolved. We will not give up. We are determination would be another way to describe it. So when we make a resolution, we are saying, I am committed to do this no matter what. So what are some of the shortcomings? Why do people fail? And we saw, 1 yes, 11 no's. Why do people give up on resolutions? I think there's a common theme among it. One of them, people fail, and then they feel bad, so they just give up, rather than continuing on because of the feeling of failure. Or we fear failure. We don't want to fail, so why make a goal if we could fail and end up feeling bad for it? Many resolutions, especially ones for personal self-improvement, are difficult and require commitment. And people don't count the cost. They don't consider the commitment required, or when they're hit with that commitment, it's like, oh, I can't do this. Or too busy. Again, that ties back to commitment. If you want to lose weight, you might have to go to the gym. If you want to get a new job, you might need to go to school. That takes a time commitment. People say, oh, I'm too busy. We're going to look at some of these arguments shortly. A big part of it is in our culture, we're looking for an easy way out. We love our comfort, we love our convenience, and we're not used to, or we're not conditioned to striving and working to reach a goal, because we don't have to. Some common examples. If you want to get rich, well, you could get a better job, you could learn how to save, you could learn how to invest, but that takes time and effort. So we just go waste money on lottery tickets. We want to lose weight. Well, that takes proper eating. It means denying things that you like to eat, those French fries, those hamburgers and poutine and everything else that we love. It means denying yourself. That's hard. Going to the gym is hard. It hurts. It's painful. So we go and invest in some magic diet, hoping that we'll end up losing weight. And you might, but it doesn't work over the long term. We're looking for an easy way out, and people try this again and again, and when it doesn't work, they just give up. Are resolutions a good thing? I'm going to say yes, they are. We need to continue to develop ourselves. Do you want to be the same as you were 5 years ago? Do you want to be the same as you were last year? Or do you want to engage in improving yourself so that you become a better person, you enjoy a better lifestyle? Well, that takes effort, that takes work, and it takes resolutions. Or if you don't like the term resolutions, call it self-development. Call it whatever you want, but we can't just do nothing. Otherwise, we never change, we never get better. Should these resolutions be tied to New Year's? No, it's something we should be doing year-round. If you have something in your life that you want to change, you want to make better, don't wait till New Year's, do it now. We talked about some of the problems of resolutions. How can we be successful at resolutions? I've got 7 points here. We'll bring them up on the screen as we talk about them. Write them down, or at the end I'll tell you how you can get a transcript of this podcast and you can get the information from there. What do we need to do to be successful at resolutions? Number 1, write it down. Look at it daily. What I do is I put it on the wallpaper of my computer. So if I'm resolved to do something, it's a constant reminder right in my face, right there. Put it on a little card in the mirror so you see it every morning. And by writing it down, it takes it from your brain and now it's visual. You see it, you have a constant reminder. Whereas if you just leave it up here, you're going to forget in a few days and it's going to be gone, it's going to be lost. Write it down, number 1. Number 2, adjust your schedule, make time. If it involves going to school, you're going to have to make time for that. If it involves the gym or if it involves some type of commitment, you're going to take time. You're going to have to make time for that. If you don't, then you're going to be discouraged because you're trying to cram more into an already busy schedule. We're also busy. We've got families, we've got work, we've got after work commitments. There's so much going on in our lives that we have to decide, what do we want to remove to make time for something better? Maybe some TV time, maybe some social media time. But look at your schedule and what can you do to make time to work on this resolution. Look at options. Make a plan and write it down. This is number 3. Look at options. You might have to do some research about what's the best way to accomplish this, what's the best way to go about it. Talk to somebody else who's done the same thing in the past. Then make a plan and write that plan down. By writing it down, you've got again a reminder of this is what I need to do to make it happen. A few years ago, I had a resolution or a goal to study project management. So it was a 3-year goal. I did my research. I decided I was going to go to Ryerson continuing education. And then in year 1, I was going to do this, year 2 this, year 3 this. And I completed my project management in 3 years. But I didn't just hope that it would happen by randomly doing different things. I had a plan. And I had it written down. So I knew exactly what I had to do and when. Number 4, accountability. It could be a spouse. It could be a trusted friend. I'm part of a group with 4 men that meets on Tuesday mornings, and we hold each other accountable to our development goals. When you're going solo, it's easy to quit. Times you're discouraged, times that things aren't working out too well, it's like, oh, I give up. Whereas if you have an accountability group or accountability partner, they're going to kick your butt and they're going to say, no, you can't stop. You got to keep going at those times when you're not feeling it. If it's a long-term goal, set goals or milestones along the way, and as you hit those milestones, reward yourself. Number 6, be ready for difficulties. Expect challenges. The terms comfort and easy don't apply. If it was comfortable and easy, then it wouldn't take the resolve or a plan to make it happen. Usually resolutions are things that are more difficult, but anything that's difficult is worth the effort. If you don't want to make that effort, then you're not ready. Get your minds ready so that when you face these difficulties, when you face these challenges, you're ready to take them on and plug ahead in spite of it and not let it get you down. Number 7, if you stumble, get up and keep going. Take, for example, a war. If you lose one battle, if at that point you quit, you've lost the war. But if you lose one battle, but you keep going, you pick up the pieces and you keep going, you can still win the war. If a particular day something doesn't work out and you stumble, don't beat yourself up over it. Keep going, pick up the pieces, keep going and carry on because you've made the resolution. So stumbling is not failure. Quitting is. You've only failed once you quit. So 7 points here. Write it down. Adjust your schedule. Make time. Make a plan. Accountability. Reward yourself. Be ready to face difficulties. And when you stumble, you haven't failed. The only failure is quitting. 7 points. Over the next few weeks, we're going to go into some of these points in more detail. There's a lot of good information here. Each week, we're going to finish off with some type of motivational challenge. This week, I have a challenge for you. 1, if you haven't already in 2020, set a goal for self-improvement. Do it right now. Do it today. Do it before the end of the day. Set a goal for self-improvement. It could be personal growth. It could be health. It could be education, career, family. But set one goal for personal development. And then make a plan for that goal. Number 2, make a plan. That has to be done within the next couple of days, ideally today. If you're not doing it today, write a block of time in your calendar, an hour or 2 hours in your calendar. Make a plan. You have to have a plan. Then number 3, get to work. Set a goal, make a plan, get to work. That's my challenge to you for this week. Thank you for joining us on this webcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you found the information helpful and useful. I'd love to get your feedback. Go to our website, monday-motivation.ca, monday-motivation.ca. There you'll find a feedback form where you can tell us what you think. If there's a particular topic you'd like us to talk about on the webcast, leave that on our feedback form. Also on our webpage, you'll find links to our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and join our community. There's a mailing list there where you can get these webcasts delivered right to your inbox. Have a great week. Remember your challenge. Set a goal, make a plan, get to it. We'll see you next Monday at 6 p.m. Have a great week.